Before a student travels overseas to study, he obviously looks at the rankings, the QS, Times, various rankings, and tries to ensure that the college or university that he's going to is well regarded. But one of the things that they don't really focus upon, which they need to spend some time considering, is that whether the degree earned overseas is going to be valid when they return back to the home country. If a student, for example, is coming back to India after having studied for 3 or 4 years, doing a bachelor's degree, or maybe 1 or 2 years doing a master's degree, they need to understand that if they want to apply for employment or further academic study in India, they will need to get an equivalence for the foreign earned degree from a body called Association of Indian Universities, or the AIU. The AIU does not recognize all degrees earned overseas. What does this mean? They are looking for degrees which are of at least the same duration as the Indian qualifications. For example, if a student has studied for 3 years of study overseas for a Bachelor's of Commerce, that's absolutely fine in India as long as that the Bachelor of Commerce has been taught at the same university for the 3-year duration. What this means is that if a student has undertaken a pathway-led bachelor's or a bachelor's done in 2 or 3 locations, it could lead to some complications. Similarly, for master's qualification, if a student has studied for 2 years at an university recognized overseas by the overseas government, that's absolutely fine in India. But if the degree is for less than 2 years duration, it may or may not be recognized in India. Even some of the best universities in UK and around the world, in US and sometimes even in Australia and New Zealand, run masters for less than 2 years. But these students, if they want to say become a professor, join academia, want to do a PhD, or maybe even apply for public service jobs in India, have an issue. University of Tasmania is one of the older universities in Australia, along with other group of 8 universities. And what's important to note here is that they also run a very fine law degree. Now, when we talk about law or medicine, it does not require an AIU equivalence, but you need to go to the professional bodies. For example, Bar Council of India. Go to the Bar Council website. It tends to give out information on which law degrees around the world will be considered equivalent to Indian law degrees. So one of the things to bear in mind is not just the fact that the country plays cricket or is part of the Commonwealth. That means the education system matches with the education system in India or Bangladesh or Nepal, but also the fact that we need to look out for whether the degree earned overseas is going to be valid when coming back to the home country. There are a few issues around it. Look out and do your own homework before you step out of India. Thank you very much.